This is how our farm girls do it. Hold on, scratch paper. 4 years ago, I was queen of the Go-Give area, and at that time I was way pregnant, and Jesse said, tell people how big your town is, and I totally forgot to do it. So I did it just a couple days ago, and so I'm gonna do it again. I live in a town of 75 people, period. Actually, it's 84 because there's a few of us that had kids, so we've upped the population recently. And yeah, I'm from Epping, North Dakota. And I know, very good, right? Now, I have to say this because this is very important because I need Mary Kay to listen up and listen up well. I have two dear friends on this stage with me. One is Elizabeth Kramer from Bismarck, North Dakota. And the other is my sister's sales director, Callie Thorne from Watford City, North Dakota. And it is in the western side of North Dakota, western side, not eastern, western. So Mary Kay, come and check us out. Just saying. Got that, Daryl? That too. Okay. First of all, I want to thank my husband. He is home with our two toddlers. I have a 2-year-old named Marshall, or 4-year-old named Marshall, and a 2-year-old named Charlie. My husband was my best friend, was my friend in high school. He was my shop class partner. He made me feel safe and secure then as my friend. And he became my husband and my best friend. He's home with our 2 children, and I love him so much. And my son and daughter, it's hard to leave them. However, when I come home, they are running and go, Marshall goes, you're back, and come and give me a big old hug. And Charlie does the same thing, and then all of a sudden she goes, ooh, pretty. Shoes. And my husband's like, you did this. The other person I want to thank is Jackie Schumacher. She's not here. 2 years ago, I met her, and she had 3 diamond bumblebees for being queen and 3 runner-up-bees. And I said, tell me how you do it. And she says, I'll do it better. How about I mentor you? And I said, yeah. I didn't make it last year, but she sent me her crown and this chair and her sash, and I kept it for 1 more year, and she's been working with me. She actually mentored Haida Grant, who was the queen of the Diamond Seminar last time. So I want to thank her. I have 4 people up here that came from North Dakota. My dear friend Chris, please wave. This is my dear friend Chris. She was there with the birth of my son, and the reason I said I need someone who's going to be a coach and going to tell me I can do it because my husband is going to be freaking out, and I need somebody who's doing a great job, just one more push. And she was there for the birth of my son. And when I asked her 4 years ago, can I do this? And she said, absolutely. When you look in her eyes, she is Mary Kay. She just believes, breathes into people, and she just makes you feel so important. My friend Sarah, I met her in college, and she's the one where I call her and she gives me a quick, swift kick in the pants when I need it. She is fierce, she is strong, she is powerful, and I am better for knowing you, my friend. I have my mom here. Want to wave? You taught me the value of working till the job was done. You worked when you were sick, you worked when you were hurt, and we worked when you lost so deeply. And you always put your family number 1. My grandma, I can't live and breathe without this woman, I'm just saying. She lived next door to me, and I would call her up in the morning and say, hey, can you braid my hair? That was when I still had hair. And I would sit on the back of her toilet, and she would braid my hair, and off to school I'd go. She loves completely, and she loves with her whole being. She loves the Lord, and she loves me. I love you, Grandma. All right, I have to thank my customers, okay? So if you were to ask me why did I work so hard to be queen? Because my customers work so hard to be queen. They work so hard to be number 1. And I wanted this for my customers. This is for you, Farian customers. I am honored, I am humbled to be your consultant. And just so y'all know, this chair underneath my rear feels amazing. Please give my customers a big round of applause. That's for you guys. As I promised, I have a story. You know those homegrown country stories on the farm? My dad was a farmer, and I actually farmed for a period of time with him as well too. I wasn't a farmer's wife, I was actually the farmer. My husband was a farmer's wife, and he was okay with that. We would go through a little town called Belden, North Dakota. And if you thought Epping was small, if you blinked, you'd miss it. Seriously, I'm not joking with that one. Epping's not small compared to this one. There's an old man and woman that owned this store, country store. It had wooden floors, wooden walls, a tin ceiling, and the shelves were handmade. My dad would go and select the Wrangler flannel shirts with the pearlized buttons, and the old man and woman would help pick out the sizes, everything that he needed, and my dad would select what we could afford at that time. And we would take those purchases up to the counter, and the old man would ring him up, and after my dad got done paying, the old man looked at each one of me and my siblings, and I was about 6 years old at this time, and he said, "Now you kids, you each take a Brock's candies, a bag of Brock's candies, just because." He looked at me, I was a customer, I was valued, I was valuable. I never got a chance to meet Mary Kay Ash, but this is a woman who said, make every woman feel important. And that's what that old man did. That is my story of make me feel important. And that is what I choose to work with, to try to do for my customers, is to make them feel important the same way I did when I was 6 years old.
Heather, congratulations. We are so honored to have you as our Queen and Director's Court of Personal Sales, setting the example not only for your unit, but for everyone here in Ruby Seminar. Counting this year, she's made 11 appearances in this court, 8 in the top 20, 3 times she's been a runner-up, and here she is for the first time as our Queen. And as Jesse said, she set a goal to be the Queen this year. And there's a big difference in setting a goal and wanting it, and setting a goal and working hard for it, staying focused on that goal and not letting anything get in your way. So last year she set a big goal, achieved that goal, ended up as a runner-up, so she set an even bigger goal this year. But the point is, she stayed focused on that. The other thing I want to make sure everybody understood is when she said this is for my customers and thanked her customers, she actually shared her goal with her customers. She engaged her customers in this goal that she had to be the Queen in the Ruby Seminar, Mary Kay, and represent all of them on stage. I'm so proud of you for thinking of them, for focusing on them, and making them the most important part of your business and selling. Thank you so very much for sharing that with all of us tonight, Heather. Congratulations for being our Queen.